Savannah Show. Today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest tragedies to happen in the world. We're going to have a couple survivors come out and speak about their own personal experiences with us. First, we're going to have Mrs. Frida and Zana Arshinskaya. Hi, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you. Hi. Hi. So let's get to it. So can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Zana.
And I'm Frida.
So at what ages were you put into the concentration camps?
I was 12.
And I was 14.
And what was that like being in a camp at such a young age?
I mean, it was scary because there was a lot of people in the camps and most of them were older than us, so they could handle it a lot better. So us being separated from our family, we only had each other.
And did you know, like, kind of what was going on, like what your future was going to hold?
I mean, we didn't really know what was happening, but at the same time, we saw people disappearing. So, I mean, the older people were like trying to explain where they were going, but at the time, we really couldn't understand.
And is it true that you escaped the camp with your father's help?
Yes, he bribed a guard with his golden pocket watch so that I could escape the camp.
And how did that make you feel, Frina, knowing that she got help escaping and you didn't?
I was pretty relieved because I felt like she would be the one that had a better chance at surviving. I wouldn't want to disappoint my parents if I wouldn't have been able to survive if I was the one to escape first.
And so what happened after you both managed to escape? Where did you go?
We went to an orphanage and the staff there created fake identities to help us stay safe.
And what do you think happened to your father? Do you think he escaped and you never reunited?
I honestly do not think so because we had never heard anything about them, about my parents or my grandparents ever again.
So now present day, I hear you're married, correct?
Yes, I'm actually married to David. We met through his brother, Larry Dawson, when he organized our performance.
So after all this time, after being through all the torture in the camp and escaping and coming to the United States, do you think you're still as close as you were back then as you are now?
I think we're even closer now than we were before. We even decided to immigrate to the United States together.
Okay, well thank you for coming to the show and sharing your experiences.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
Man, my shirt is so dirty. Whatever will I do?
Don't worry, I've got you.
Oh my gosh. What happened?
Tide Pods for all your cleaning needs.
It's got to be Tide.
Hi. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So is it true that you were pretty close to Hitler?
Yes, actually, my sister Ava was his mistress.
So, what was it like knowing that your sister was involved with a man like that?
Well, when I first met him, I didn't really know that he'd turn out to be such a dangerous person.
So how old were you when you met Hitler?
I was maybe 16 or 17.
And he didn't give off like any signs that he was going to be a dangerous person? You just looked over it?
Well, when I first met him, he was really polite but kind of reserved. So never in a million years would I have thought that he could do that to so many innocent people.
So you knew that him and your sister were in a relationship? Did you like try to stop it or try to talk her out of seeing him?
I had suspicions that they'd been sneaking around together and I wanted her happy, but I couldn't make her decisions for her.
So how did it make you feel when you found out that your sister attempted suicide? Do you think it was because of his abuse towards her and their relationship was like toxic?
When she started coming home with marks on her, I knew that he was abusive. And the attempt itself crushed me.
I'm so sorry, and I think that's enough questions for today. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm really glad that you could make it.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, that's enough questions for today. Thank you for coming. I'm really glad you could be here.
Thank you for having me.
Next on the Savannah Show, we're going to have the man himself, Adolf Hitler. We'll be right back.
I can't wait to eat my hamburger helper. Does it work for me too? Wow!
Hamburger Helper. 1 pound, 1 pan, 1 happy family.
Now that we're back, I promised you the man himself, and here he is, Adolf Hitler.
I was forced to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. Can I offer you some juice?
No. I don't like juice.
Okay. Is the thermostat to your liking?
Yes, actually. I like it hot.
Okay. Did you expect a second world war after your wrongdoings?
Wrongdoings? There was nothing wrong with what I was doing. These people were infecting the world with their
Hold on,
ideas.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Do you not see the error of your ways?
Nine. I really do not. My attempt to get rid of them would have helped the nation more than anyone else could have.
Do you not realize that your wife lived in terror?
Well,
Let's bring in Ava.
Ava, my wife, what is she doing here?
Ava, how are you today?
I'm okay, thanks.
So do you think what your husband did was in any way heroic or justified?
No, he's... Looking back on it...
Excuse me? Ava, darling, you don't mean that.
She can answer for herself, thank you.
Well, honestly, I disagree with his actions completely. I was never a part of them. He always pushed me to the side.
Beg your pardon?
I was never my own person when I was with you. Why do you think I wanted to kill myself? Adel, just admit it. You know those people did not deserve what you put them through. I'm not going to be pushed around by you anymore. Can I please leave?
Yes, ma'am, you may.
Alright, I see there were errors in my way, and I can't do this.
Okay, thank you for watching today's show. Join us next week for our first interview with Donald Trump, and we'll be answering some very interesting questions like, is his hair real? Is his tan real? And what's up with the 9/11 conspiracy theories? See you next week on The Savannah Show.